So, step 8, half handstand push-ups. So let me start by telling you that I can't do a proper half handstand push-up yet. But the truth is, I wrote Jim Bathurst, the model of convict conditioning, and I get the impression that from steps 8 to 10 of the one-arm push-up, he can't really do it either. And I'm not saying this with any disrespect for him. I think the guy is great, like amazing. But I really don't think he can do it. I wrote him, and he kind of confirmed it. So basically what I have here, I'm not trying to go about whether convict conditioning is good or bad. I love convict conditioning. But what I have here is just some exercises that can hopefully help us through steps 8 to 10. And I do have mini kind of step 8. It's maybe not half one-arm push-ups, maybe more like quarter one-arm push-ups. So if you guys hate this video, you could put dislike on it all you want, but I hope that it's helpful, right? So in doing one-arm handstand push-ups, I want to go back to the beginning, right? So back to the beginning, what we were doing, we're doing crow poses, right? So now we need to kind of simulate that, but on one hand. So we're not going to balance ourselves completely on one hand. Let's say you bring yourself forward. You could balance one knee and then try bringing the other one as close as possible and just do stuff like that. Yeah? And then opposite arm if you want. So obviously, same knee, same arm, you're going to be able to bring the knee on the tricep. Opposite knee, opposite arm, not so much. But it's just to get this idea of grounding the arm and putting weight on it. So this is one of the exercises, right? And actually, you can look up this Israeli training god, if you ask me. His name is Ido Portal. He can literally go into crow on one hand and lift both legs. It's a really amazing sight to see. So again, we go back to the beginning, right, where you just practice stuff like that. Another thing is to keep the legs a little bit wide apart, and you plant the hand at the center of the mat, yeah? And you make the middle finger face your nose. And I normally do about 6, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then opposite. Let's start with the left leg first. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come up. So this is just getting the idea of having all your body weight, or at least a chunk of your body weight, on one arm. Now, in convict, what did we do? We had, I think it was step 3, where you're holding most of your weight in a handstand. You're staying about 2 minutes. You want to get the same idea, but on one hand, right? So you come up the wall. And for this to work, you have to bring the hand as center as possible. And then just lift. Try and stay anywhere between 30 seconds and a minute. And then when you're done, you lower. My record for this so far is 45 seconds, but it's a bit of dead space for the video, and it's going to be very, very boring. Now, the next thing I realized is a one-arm handstand push-up is just a very advanced one-arm push-up. So, if you watch Naked Warrior, what he does to make the position harder is he stacks benches higher and higher, higher and higher. Right? So ultimately, what you would be doing if you're in a one-arm handstand push-up is that you stack the benches up so high that your legs are in the opposite direction. Yeah? So, same thing. You want to bring your legs up the wall. So instead of us turning this way, we turn this way. And we climb up the wall. And we bring one hand as center as possible. And we try lowering just a bit. Just to get the elbow joint used to lowering up and down. Just going to do the other side and make it even. I'm slipping on this curtain a bit, so sorry about that. Cool. Another exercise that I started doing is I grab a weight when I'm in this position, and one hand grounds and the other one lifts the weight. Actually, let me take out the skirt so I don't mess up. So, you lift into it as close up as possible, and then I'm just gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We switch towards the opposite side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So these are my exercises so far. Now, as far as the half handstand push-up, one little trick I started doing is to have yoga blocks and bring my body, basically bring my face on the yoga blocks, yeah? And so I come here, I bring one hand as close as possible, the other one's a little bit up, and I jump into it. When I'm up, if needed, I adjust my hand, right? And I bring one arm here. So again, they're not half, they're more quarters. Ooh, let me try that again. So that's what I got so far. It's not perfect, needs a lot of work. I'm just putting this out there to help you. Some of you who want to progress from steps 8 through 10, please give me feedback on what you think, and namaste.